Hi, this is Carl, and this is another SOP video for managed service providers. Today I want to talk about doing roadmap meetings remotely. Now, you might be thinking, well, why would I do that? Why would I want to engage my clients over Zoom to talk about their business? And why would my clients be interested in doing that? Well, this is a very good time to engage your clients at a deeper level. If you think about it, now is the perfect time for you to go to your clients and say, look, you didn't think you needed all this remote access 3 months ago. You may not have been familiar with Zoom 3 months ago. You may not have thought about what you need with technology 3 months ago. And yet, here we are, and you're finding out that you really do need to look forward to what you're going to do, and I want to help you. So you don't have to make it super formal. You don't have to let them know that you have a list of questions in front of you, but you need to go through this. Basically, what I would recommend today to sit down with your clients is to just send them an invitation for half an hour and say, let's get started with the roadmap process. Here's what that involves. First of all, I just want to find out what's going on in your business. How are you personally? How's your family? How are you holding up working from home? I can't tell you how many times I've had this conversation with people in the last few months, and somebody I barely know will say, oh, well, you know, I've got 3 kids and they're at home and da-da-da-da-da, and the playground area is also my home office, and so when I have meetings, I got to kick them out, and, you know, da-da-da-da-da. So people will open up because at the end of the day, we are all human beings running businesses, trying to be as successful as possible. And you're somebody that they know. They have relied on you for a lot of things. And now this is just a conversation among a couple of business owners. So set the groundwork by just being very, very human and asking the question, hey, how are you doing? Second, I would be very, very interested in knowing what's going on in your future. When are you coming back to the office? Are you coming back to the office? Is everybody in your company coming back to the office? Right? Just ask some very simple questions. Below this video, I have a link to a PDF that is it's a very straightforward set of questions that you can start with. Again, this is the half-hour intro to the roadmap process. Elsewhere, I've got all kinds of materials about the roadmap process. But here, the goal is to simply start that conversation. So start with the most obvious thing that you know that they need, which is guidance about how they get back to the office when the time comes. The third thing you want to do is, if it feels comfortable in that conversation, ask, so what does your year look like? Are you growing? Are you shrinking? Do you need fewer desktops, more desktops? Are you going to move to laptops? You know, what does September, October, November look like in your business? And they may not have thought about this necessarily, but they'll think about it now and they'll give you an answer. And it may not be an accurate, precise plan for their future, but it will get them thinking about the future. And then you can tell them that what you want to do is go look at this stuff and have another roadmap meeting. And chances are pretty good that you can get another roadmap meeting for about a month from now. And there, what you want to do is look more deeply into, okay, so what's the plan for the future? Remember, when you look at the big roadmap process, the lengthier multi-page questionnaire, that goes into future plans, growth. Are they growing? Are they shrinking? Are there new changes coming to the software they use in their business? Are there important changes to their business that you need to be aware of? All those kinds of things. Remember, the big goal of the roadmap process is for you to help your clients make good decisions around technology. And so together you can do this, and you don't get to charge them for this meeting. In most cases, maybe you will, but for the most part, the roadmap process is something that you include for clients who are already under contract, and you help them with good planning. And today you're not going to be able to invoice them for a new backup system, probably, but you might get them to talk about, well, we should probably replace 3 of those laptops, and we should think about a cloud-based backup system, and we should think about what we're going to do. Once they begin having these conversations with you, you are now engaging them at a business level, even though you are primarily focused on the technology side of their business. But you will be able to take your entire relationship to a new level. So if you haven't been doing roadmaps with your clients before, now is a great time to start. And if you have been doing them before, don't put it off just because everybody's trapped at home. This is a great way for you to engage them, look into their eyes, and finish where you started off, which is human to human, find out how they're doing. For Small Biz Thoughts, this is Carl Palchuk, wishing you the best of luck in your managed service business. Please like, share, subscribe, and don't forget to ring that bell so you can be notified when we post a new video.